Just a couple things that grind my gears about the whole TNA federation, I guess you could say.
The good thing about AJ Styles and what separates him, it's more like he's a CM Punk, a Samoa Joe,
exactly,
and a Daniel Bryan. Back then, maybe around early 90s, beginning of the 2000s, the WWE could have caught us off as stupid.
Mm-hmm.
But we know this stuff. We know these wrestlers.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're going to put them in a dumb gimmick, we're not going to buy it.
Mm-hmm.
We're just not going to buy it. And then what happens is they go back to the Ring of Honor, and we start watching them there again.
It'll be like the old, the fake Razor Ramon and the fake Diesel.
Right.
So
those guys are big names, and even maybe Nakamura, I would hope.
Well, yeah. If you're a well-rounded wrestling fan, then you know these names. If you're just, I like WWE, you're going to be like, who are these guys? I don't know who this is. But if you're an actual wrestling fan, that's the key word. I'm pulling up CM Punk right now. Wrestling fan, then you should damn well know who these four guys are. And you should at least have some clue what the Bullet Club is all about. You might even have a T-shirt at home. I don't know.
And like we've said before, how we're finding out these guys are getting here. I mean, AJ Styles just got kicked out of the Bullet Club.
Mm-hmm.
Why? I'm guessing he's coming to the WWE now because they keep talking about it.
But the funny thing is, the two guys that kicked him out, kicked him out. I can't speak today. Are coming with him to WWE, supposedly, allegedly.
Yeah.
So, will there be? Well, they can't do a Bullet Club because I believe that name is trademarked.
They won't do that. Yeah.
So, but
they won't come in as a group.
You don't think they'll come in as?
No. Maybe Carl Anderson and Doc Gallows might come in as a tag team, but AJ Styles is going to get his own run for a while.
See, I think this is what I think. We'll go quickly back to Royal Rumble and clear things up. I think AJ Styles will be towards the end to get the bigger pop. Hopefully,
you sure?
I'm hoping.
You sure he doesn't pull a Bubba Ray Dudley and come in at number 4 and out by number 6?
No. Well,
there's no way, given the way the WWE has worked in the past, that AJ Styles makes his debut at the Royal Rumble and lasts more than 10 minutes.
If they were smart,
if it was my world,
he'd be at the end.
If I was my world, he'd last a little longer.
If it was my world, I'd have him close to the end and have him with the final 4. Because if you want to make an impact and you want people to know who this guy, everybody should know who this guy is. He's won multiple championships in all over the world. Why not have him come in and strut his stuff and see if people actually...
Hey, man, I'm all about it.
I'm just saying.
I have to inject a little dose of WWE reality because they like to make things simple.
Oh, of course. But here's the thing that is kind of I guess you can say, it blows your mind a little bit. I don't know if you follow Finn Balor on Instagram. I do. And there was a picture of him standing outside the WWE training facility, and he's looking at his clock, his watch on his, saying, "Where are them? Where are they?" And he's wearing a Bullet Club T-shirt.
Before AJ Styles, he was the leader of the Bullet Club.
Mm-hmm. So,
as Prince Devitt.
My question to you is: will you say AJ won't be part with these two guys? Will these two guys come in and form the Balor Club and possibly, be
I mean, it's possible, but from what I've heard is that I think Nakamura and AJ Styles are not to go to TNA, not for the money they've been paid.
You mean WWE?
Yeah.
Or NXT?
NXT.
Yeah, well, yeah, I read that as well, that there's no NXT contracts. They're supposed to go right up to the main roster, which would be silly.
Why, though?
To go to the main roster or go to NXT?
To go to the main roster.
No, I'm saying it'd be silly for them to start in NXT.
We all know who they are.
But it's the same thing with Samoa Joe. We all knew who Samoa Joe was. Why put him in NXT? He can wrestle as well. But probably he's the reason why
There was too many people, though.
Too many people, and also he doesn't fit the whole Vince's cookie cutter shape of a professional wrestler, or a superstar, as I should say.
I mean, we're way past that now because Roman Reigns has a hard time wrestling. So does John Cena. And probably the match of the year was John Cena versus Kevin Owens when Kevin Owens first debuted and beat him. And a lot of those spots were because Kevin Owens. And is he the guy of machismo?
No. He has a little extra cheese that he eats probably here and there.
But he can wrestle?
Oh, he can wrestle. Like the match in Japan when he took on Finn Balor for the rematch for the title.
Yep. I mean, come on.
Come on, man.
There's one guy that I was a little disappointed that did not make the move. And that is the Rainmaker, Okada.
He's another good one.
He says that he wants to make, in an article for Rolling Stones, he wants to make New Japan even bigger. He doesn't want to go to the WWE.
That's good, at least.
He'll be their star, that's for sure.
And we've seen him also.
Love Okada. I've said that. I love Okada and Dalton Castle.
That's Ring of Honor, yes. If you don't know who Dalton Castle is, anybody,
look it up.
Just Google him. Go on YouTube, type his name in, Dalton Castle, and fan up. That's all I have to say about that.
Yeah, well, these guys are going to WWE. How about Michael Bennett of the Kingdom and Maria showing up on TNA?
Mm-hmm. And did you see their debut?
I did not. I've heard, but I did not see their debut.
I watched their debut. The music I was kind of about, but he came out and he cut a great promo. And if you've never seen Michael Bennett wrestle, check it out as well. Will he be the savior for TNA? Unfortunately, I don't think so because, unfortunately, TNA is so
Let me
out
tell you
of
something.
sorts.
If Kurt Angle, Sting, Hulk Hogan, Mick Foley,
Ric Flair,
Rob Van Dam, Jeff Hardy, all these guys came to TNA and couldn't save it. What would make Michael Bennett save it?
Well, there's nothing. There's nothing.
There you go. And what I don't understand is, why in the world would you want to go to TNA?
Well, I mean,
he had a good thing going on there.
He did, but I mean, maybe he got paid probably big bucks. I think he got paid guaranteed money.
I always think it's because they get paid all this big money, and also because their schedule is a whole lot lighter.
It's lighter, and there's guaranteed money. It's not where, we'll give you this, but if you get hurt, it's not like football where you get hurt and you can get cut and only make like $1 million, $5 million. He's getting guaranteed, I think, he's in the millions. We know that for sure. But we can talk about more about that a little bit, about TNA, because I did watch that. So we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll talk about TNA's debut on Pop TV, the Pop Network. If you haven't checked it out.
You saw most of it, and I caught the ending, which you didn't see.
Yeah, but if you haven't seen it, you're not missing very much. So when we come back, you're listening to Ringside Rumble Radio here on the UCR Network.
Unified Championship Radio.
Alrighty then, my friend, back. Ringside Rumble Radio, UCR Network, Anthony the Ant-Man alongside Keith Logan, the Loganator, tag teaming this tonight.
Woo!
Ringside Rumble Radio, we're talking Royal Rumble, we're talking new signings, New Japan, and now Keith Logan's going to hit us up with a little TNA action because TNA made its debut on the Pop Network, and it was a big show for them. And
if you want to call it a big show.
The debut of Michael Bennett and Maria, the return of Cowboy James Storm. We have a new TNA World Champion in EC3. Ethan Carter III as he defeated Matt Hardy.
Wasn't he the champion before that? Or
He was the champion, and then I think they did a little tournament, I guess, to start on the new Pop Network. So, EC3, champion once again on TNA. But you, my friend, saw most of TNA. I only caught the final match.
Well, I saw like backstage with Kurt Angle, and the camera angles are just god awful. I'm sorry to say.
I think the thing that bothered me the most was the commentating.
I was going to get to that. You have
Has Josh Matthews, who was originally in WWE, he was on the first Tough Enough, became an announcer. Boy,
He's horrible.
He cannot take the lead, and I'm pretty sure that's why the WWE got rid of him, because that was awful. And D'Angelo Dinero,
he used to be in ECW.
he was Elijah Burke.
Yeah.
So, I mean, he didn't do himself any favors either. I mean,
He saved Josh Matthews at one point because he mentioned, this is highly the biggest match. I think he said either 2014 or I think he said 2015. And he's like, don't you mean 2016? And there's like he saved him a couple times. And he got so, I was like, what the hell? Are you constipated or something?
yeah, the problem with those two is they're the same.
Yeah,
Their
exactly.
reactions are the same. That's why you really have to be careful with how you team people. And this is a reason why I feel like we've lost a lot with Jerry the King Lawler, is because he's not the heel.
Mm-hmm.
You need one heel character. Like, even though I do not like Michael Cole, that little run where he was the heel character made a lot of sense.
Mm-hmm. It did.
But when you got two guys doing the same exact thing, it's like, oh my goodness. And then, I don't know if it's the production or what, but D'Angelo Dinero's like, the fans are on their feet and they're cheering so loud, and I couldn't hear a thing. What are they saying? What are they cheering? I don't understand. I don't know if the volume's low so we can hear the commentating more, but it didn't sound right.
Well, it's almost like one of those live studio audiences, like when they say cheer, you can clap, you got to clap, and this and that. That's how I feel when they're on their feet and blah, blah, blah. And it's too forced at times, I feel. But another ridiculous mistake. If you're going to cut a promo, at least get the year right, for God's sakes. At least get the year right. At least have somewhat of an idea of what you're going to say. This guy in TNA, Bram, comes out, and he's cutting this promo and saying 2006 is the year of Bram. And you hear a whole bunch of fans go, 2006? And he's like, and then he tries to correct himself real fast. 2000s, and you're on live TV. If this happened in WWE, you'd be in the Kiss My Ass Club, Vince McMahon, and you'd be gone, out the door. How do you get 2006 and 2016 messed
At
up?
WrestleMania 30, Hulk Hogan did call the Superdome the Pontiac Silverdome.
Yeah, I do remember that. But,
But it's Hulk Hogan, I guess.
You're getting a year incorrect. You're not A, and B, you're not Hulk Hogan. If it was
that is for sure.
You're some guy named Bram who with an English accent who I'm just like, okay, this is... the promos are just god-awful. Whoever is explaining to them how to act, or lack of acting, I should say, needs to be let go. If it's Dixie Carter, I don't think she knows how to do anything with production. I've come to that conclusion.
It's TNA is definitely a rough show to watch. The thing is, they change things constantly.
Too much.
Constantly, things are changing.
And then you have guys who are washed-up WWE superstars, and then they come over, and they're like these big guys there. I'm sorry. I've seen Jeff and Matt Hardy in WWE, and they've done all that they can do. I don't want to see Matt Hardy in the main event in the title picture.
Well, Jeff's out for a while.
But Matt Hardy, he's horrible on the mic as well. He's sitting there doing the whole, it's been done before with, I'm with my family, I'm going to do this for my family, I'm going to do it for my little baby boy, I'm going to do it for my wife. this one's for you. And what does he do? He doesn't